Welcome everybody to the World Wide Web. It's Wednesday. It's Cypher Sigma Screen Time here with your usual video, and it is a look what I've been watching. So we are up to 53 now. So this is just an overview, and I'll probably give away what that is. So let's do a better one that way. So as you know, it's been going 52 weeks, so we have been going way over a year. So this is just a basic recap of everything I've been watching and what I think about it. I go in reverse order, so let's get into it because that's what you're here. So the first one is Inner Space. So this is one I watched last night, obviously with Dennis Quaid, Martin Short and Meg Ryan. I didn't realise it was presented by Steven Spielberg, and it is basically about a former fighter pilot who gets shrunk into this little robot, and he's meant to be put in a rabbit. Unfortunately, some evil people are after this technology, and he gets stuck into Martin Short, and it's how them trying to get the technology back. There is some really good special effects and visual effects where they change Martin Short's face into the cowboy and stuff, and they shrink people. Some of it is a bit bad, some of it is a bit cheesy, but it was a fun movie. Almost 2 hours long. You know, is a little bit of a you know, Dennis Quaid, I think, coming into his own there, and it's really good. So the next one, obviously a bit of nostalgia as well. We have 90s, The Last Action Hero, one of the possible failures of Arnold Schwarzenegger's acting career from the 90s as it is shown. I really like this movie. I thought it was quite fun. Obviously, being a cinema fan, you can kind of relate to that, and him and the young lad having a magical ticket, and how Arnie very much takes the mick out of himself in this, and I really liked it. You know, it is some silly one-liners and stuff. I thought the villain was done really well, and stuff like this. And yeah, it's just a kind of fun. It's kind of a family action movie, obviously because it has quite a few kids themes and stuff into that. Obviously there is a little bit of serious themes in there, but nothing too major that it would hurt any children in my eyes. But yeah, quite fun. Next, we have Geostorm. So this is the Gerard Butler kind of disaster movie of where unfortunately, the planet is ravaged with many different types of natural disasters, and they build this Big Boy, which is a satellite website, a web of satellites which basically help control the environments around the world in these disasters to prevent the world obviously going extinct. And then stuff goes wrong, and there's kind of an espionage thing, and it's Gerard Butler having issues with his brother and him, and I thought it was really good. I thought the relationship and the acting worked really well. The story worked good. It had kind of a quite a good ending and stuff like this, and it kept you guessing. You know, you don't really know what's going on until it kind of gets to those points, and the fact that the fact there are so many different nations and stuff going on with this, obviously it is a little far-fetched in places, but overall, I thought it was quite a good movie. I say I do like Gerard Butler in the action movies, stuff like Gamer, Laura Barton Citizen. I think he does quite well as that action hero. Obviously, the Fallen series that he did is and obviously Plane that he did last year. So anyway, series that we have been going through, me and my wife, is Line of Duty. So she watched 1 to 5. I bought 6 a few years ago when it came out. She never got around to watching it, and it's been so long she needs a refresh. So I bought her 1 to 4, and 5 has just turned up. And then we are slowly working our way through this. In the first series, it took me a while to get used to it because it didn't really have a good ending in my eyes, or it didn't have a good ending at all. Basically, Arnett over there. So it was basically almost kind of a test of his character. Everything else, everyone didn't really have the best of endings and stuff. And then as time goes on, so these are kind of pivotal characters. He's in the first, she's in the second, Denton, and then this guy's in the third. I think really good. It's interesting how the stories go, and how, did they, didn't they, were they, weren't they, and all this stuff, and very interesting. And stuff. If you have watched this, answering yes or no, did you like this character? You'll get that reference if you have seen it. But yeah, really good. Obviously, they've got people like Neil Morrissey in that in it, and there are a few twists and turns. Obviously, Will Mellor pops into it. There are a few other higher up British actors in it, but altogether good. Look forward to 4, 5 and 6. And then the final one for this series we watch is this one, Flatliners. So this is a remake of the original 1980s, I think, with Kiefer Sutherland and that. Follows essentially the same story and has a few points. Goes slightly down a different route, I believe, from what I remember of this one. Me and my wife did watch this. I think we watched this at the cinema and quite enjoyed it. This is why I re-watched it again. Obviously, I think this is one of the last films Elliot Page did before becoming... before Ellen, before become Elliot. Obviously, the main reason why I bought this, I found this in a charity shop. Basically, it's 25p, and it was this guy that I was after. So if you've ever watched Happy Valley, this guy plays the villain. I can't remember his name now off the top of my head. Let's see if I can find it. Oh, I don't really feature names here. Is it Brian Oliver? His name may be. Anyway, he plays a real nasty piece of work in Happy Valley, and that's all we can see him as, and it's very interesting to watch him in a different role and different accents. And he was also in the Bob Marley movie that I watched recently as well, and that was why we watched it. Is the actors and actresses all did good. It's not the greatest of movies. Obviously, it has the initial story, a lot of twists and turns. Obviously, it has the guy from Andor in it as well, which obviously doesn't take precedent. He's not one of these faces in it, but he is part of one of the 5 that help. But you'll know why he's not on here when you watch the movie. But it was all right. It was an enjoyable movie. Had a bit of a good story, a few twists and turns and stuff. If you've seen the original, you kind of know where it's going, but it does have a few little twists and turns. But that has been look what I've been watching for week 53 or year 2, if you want to call it, even though it's more than year 2 anyway. Have you seen any of these movies? Let me know in the comments down below. Hope you're enjoying the series. Obviously, if there is any things you think I can improve from the series or change, please do let me know. I'm very interested. Otherwise, thanks for coming along for this ride. I've been Cypher Sigma Screen Time, and I shall see you in the next one.